If I can get through this next part of the game in one piece, I will be very happy. I'm expecting it to be pretty messy. I've lost one recording already because for some reason XSplit decided to screw around the resolution. The game itself, for some reason it's corrupting my save files. I am unable to load a save game from the main menu. I have to start a new game to load a save game. Immersion be damned. During my test run, I decided to make save files at various checkpoints in the game, but it decided to overwrite every single one with the same save file. As you can see, if I load any of these, it will load up this instance right here. A slight spoiler for what's to come, but at this point, I'm not really too worried. It's a room full of people. Now, we are not able to leave this area until we are done with it.
Station Salt Guild.
Hey, wise guy! There ain't no gondolas right now. The area is sealed. They robbed a bank or something.
Now, you may have seen in a video I uploaded a few days ago where I was having some trouble trying to climb some vines. Now, originally I believed we had to trigger something, but I soon found out that was not the case. The game is just bugged. This guy right here, he has 3 lines of dialogue, but he is quite broken. Well, I know he's crying, but I mean broken as in glitched.
Why don't you tell me what's the matter?
Leave me. I'm in pain.
For some reason, he only talks periodically. I'll leave him be.
Why is the Transport Guild closed? Is there a way to get in?
They just had a conference there. Some political stuff or whatever. I guess they're cleaning it right now. So maybe there's a window open or something.
Now that is a clue. Are you going to speak now? No. Oh, I saw a coin.
Wow, how nice. Some money.
You can see here that the guard is currently asleep.
He's sleeping. Of course, that would be too easy.
We need to collect an object. And this is something I'll get to very shortly. You can see that we have been collecting objects along the way. And when we've been interacting with various people and various parts of the scenery, we have been using our inventory automatically. But that doorway there, we need to use a specific thing on a specific object. Now the game itself, I mean, there's not really much of a tutorial, but it does not tell you that we have an inventory system. The manual does not tell you that we have an inventory system. We can remap the keys, and there is no key in there to remap the inventory button. But we do have an inventory system.
Sorry, sir, you cannot pass. We're investigating a robbery at the bank. The whole area is sealed and the public transport is cancelled at stations Banca, Emporio dei Salli and Porto.
But when it comes to it, I will show you our inventory system. You can see that the guard here has now left. Now, I'm not sure if I mentioned this already, but there was a video where I tried to climb these vines, and it took a whole 5 minutes to actually trigger it. Now, if I get through this first time, it would be a miracle. As you can see here, even if we try to interact with every single part of these vines, it will not let us climb them. We could try to jump, but we get the same thing. And the only way I've really managed to get through this... Oh, It actually worked quite easily this time. I did upload a video where it took 5 minutes for this to trigger. The only way I've got around this very quickly is to break the geometry. But we have one problem here. We get to the top, well, what it thinks is the top, but we are now stuck. We can sort of try to jump way up, which gets us a little bit higher each time. Or we can take a running jump. But we do have one problem. We are now stuck up here. Whoops. We can still enter this doorway though, but with any luck. No. Try again. No. Okay. Right, this will involve loading a save file. One that hopefully works still. I'm so glad that I saved this. Otherwise, I'll be rather stuck right now. We need this fishing rod right here. There's only one more thing that we can interact with in this room, but let's take the long way around and take in the sights.
Now that's a beautiful invention. Why didn't I think of that? Now it gives to the world much more than it did in its previous shallow, mediocre, fishy existence. I'm beginning to fall in love with this enchanting contraption. It's as if we've known each other forever.
Yeah, for some reason when we interact with this singing fish, a ghost appears and tries to fight us. Alice, I'm hoping to get through in one piece, although it looks like I'm not doing so well right now. I've not lost to this ghost once yet, although that might change. I always seem to find that going low fares better than going high, or even down the middle. Oh dear, I've got a feeling there's going to be a jump cut here soon.
Ugh.
Well, the main thing is we survived. Now, there's only one way to get over this balcony, and that is to run. Well, and maybe time it better. Now that legs are broken, let's continue on. We now have a sort of stealth segment right now. Now let's get to the inventory screen. So F1 brings up the menu screen, and it took me a while to find this, but not too long, because F2 brings up this UI. And this shows us that we have a fishing rod and a winch. We also have a button for the menu screen, and a close-up of the map as well. We also have a to-do list as well. And it seems like we've done about 2/3 of the game so far. At some point we will try the venturing games. I was going to show it off in this video, but for some reason it seems to override our current goal of getting this portrait painted. So I'm going to start the next plot point, even though we're going to have to, I wouldn't say abandon it halfway, well, not abandon it, cut it short in this video. We can't abandon it because we need to do it to complete the game. And I will show off the Venetian games probably in the next video. I was hoping to do it now, but this game is slightly broken. Now we need to be careful here. If we go too fast, we wake the guard up. And the same goes for this one as well. We have 4 chests here.
It's locked.
Yes, they're all locked. We cannot go through any of these doors, but if we walk this way... Now this is going to require a lot of stealth and cunning and a lot of patience.
Let the ship slip through.
The key. I must get it before they spot me.
No, you...
There we go. If we take too long, we get caught. And that's the only way we've found out how to get through that without getting caught. Just blazing straight through. Now, 3 of these chests are empty. There's no point showing all 3 empty chests. That's what an empty chest looks like.
Great. Ah, how nice.
Now this video is going surprisingly well. Probably more smoothly than my previous recording. We are done here now. We can now leave the area. That gentleman who's rather upset has also disappeared.
Station Salt Guild. Station Salt Station.
And where would you wish to go, sir?
Basilica San Marco, please. Excuse me, O great artist. I modestly present you with the salt you requested.
Well, well, unbelievable. I don't know how you got it, but I must admit, you're damn good. I will do the painting. Now, leave me.
Groovy. Right, let's get back to this party. I don't want to break the game any further. I would love to show off the Venetian games right now, but
Station Basilica San Marco.
They can wait.
And where would you wish to go, sir?
Palazzo Grimani, please.
I've promised myself that I'm going to let's play a game after this one that I'm going to enjoy, well, hopefully. Don't get me wrong, this game is quite fun, but all the glitches and the fact that it keeps breaking, and it's well, it has its moments, I guess.
Viscontessa, I have talked with this great artist, and he was overwhelmed when I mentioned that you might agree to pose for him.
Signor Casanova, you just provided me with the happiest moment of my life. Thank you. You are the greatest gentleman of Venice, and I shall spread the word.
You're welcome. Now this party should be starting very soon. I think that I have to trigger something first.
Sorry, sir. The upper floors are all closed until Signor Gaetano Grimani opens the evening officially. I, Gaetano Grimani, declare this evening ball opened. Ah, you must be Casanova.
That's right. Giacomo Casanova, at your orders.
I'm sorry about your mother. A tragedy, really. But then again, if people choose to close their eyes, they shouldn't complain when they run into a wall.
That was a very unpleasant and boorish remark, but I will pretend I didn't hear it. It is your reception, after all. Or your father's, I should say.
Well, yes, it is. And tell me, your father is...
Was.
I'm sorry.
Not as sorry as he is.
And so, your father was...
A charming man. I miss him as much as I miss my mother.
You have spirit.
No more wits than reason, but I would willingly lend you some if you think it would help.
I now understand why the word arrogant comes up so often in discussions concerning you.
You find me unable to retort. I must admit that I have never heard you discussed.
I shall not disturb my father's reception. But be warned, you now have an enemy.
Thank you. I must admit that I have been, until now, lacking in that area.
Listen, you worm. If ever I see you with Isabella again, you'll be a head shorter. If you wish to joust with me in words, go ahead. I will slice you up. Until then, enjoy. You will never see the inside of this palace again. De Silva, here I come.
Nice guy. And he arrived on an interesting looking ship. We can't actually interact with it, but it seems to have wheels. Oh, she has gone. Never mind.
My dear sir, may I express to you my happiness over your most satisfying chat with my master Gaetano?
Would it be fair to say that perhaps you don't worship your master?
Nobody here, myself included, likes Gaetano Grimani. He is the most malicious, wicked, and nefarious person ever to walk the streets of Venice. Totally opposite to his father.
They are at odds, the Duke and Gaetano?
Odds, sir? Gaetano turned his back on his father because of Isabella. Now they are political enemies. The Duke is the head of the Liberals, and Gaetano is De Silva Lupo's pet. A conservative, the black sheep of the family, and a madman, if you ask me. He has such a thing with his gondolas.
Why because of Isabella?
Don't you know? Isabella is not the Duke's real daughter. She was adopted. But before that, Gaetano was madly in love with her. Of course, now that she has become his sister, he can't even dream of marrying her. But beware, he is as jealous as a Spaniard.
What's with Gaetano and those strange gondolas?
That's just another of his eccentricities. He is developing a steam-powered engine or something like that. A mad thing, really. Why sail or drive when you can fly? But some of the nobles are interested, you see. They think flying ships and gondolas are for the rabble, while seagoing craft are the privilege of the elite. They support Gaetano in his research. He has a secret laboratory somewhere in the palace.
Did the Duke disown him?
Oh, yes. The Duke and Gaetano are not on speaking terms with one another. The poor old Duke, he is ill, and he hoped Gaetano would take the helm after his death. But now the Duke is desperate. The Conservatives are growing stronger every day. Now I can't talk anymore, sir. If Gaetano sees me, I'll lose my job.
Well, I do appreciate the information.
It's locked.
My friends, let me present to you the famous Casanova. He is from the countryside and brings with him a very fresh spirit.
A joust!
Yes, a joust!
That is a challenge, sir.
Thank you, but I knew that.
Here, in Venice, Giacomo wanted to appeal to the ladies so much that he would wiggle and cluck like a woman.
If the women clucked for the young Grimani, it was because none of them imagined they would end up in his bed.
The bed becomes the object of all your thoughts when nothing else happens in your life on a daily basis.
Is he a member of the Borg?
Your days are full of gondolas, I've been told. I hear that they are your only company.
We have some rather delicate matters to discuss now, if you don't mind.
I do mind. It seems like that engine of his...
Would you please leave now?
Alright, I'm going.
Good evening, Giacomo. I hope you're enjoying yourself. The Duke will give you an audience soon. In the meantime, mingle with the people and meet the creme de la creme of Venice.
Alright, you're the boss. It seems like the engine is in the corner, but we can't get to it right now.